Welcome everybody to the Rodan and Fields virtual business opportunity. I want to first introduce myself. My name is Stacy Roney. I'm based in Austin, Texas. And before I start the presentation, I'm just going to share a little bit about my background and how I came to Rodan and Fields. I've spent the last 25 years in the beauty industry, and as much as I've loved this industry, I was really looking for a way to get off of the hamster wheel. I spent most of my career as a cosmetic buyer for Nordstrom, which I loved, but I really always wanted to be my own boss. And so I set out to start my own business and loved the excitement of launching a new company. And I loved, the business development and the marketing. But what I didn't love was having to do every single aspect. So not only did I launch one business, but I actually proceeded to launch 4 companies. And my days were spent from everything from doing the marketing and in the sales to the accounting and the web development and taking out the trash and managing people. And I had a lot of overhead, and it was a very, very expensive lesson. And what I really learned during those years was that I love being my own boss, but I don't want to have to do all the heavy lifting myself. And so I kept thinking, my gosh, I was 40 years old at the time, and the thought of having to continue to work as hard as I had been working for the next 25 years in order to save up for my kids' college and my own retirement, it really was mentally exhausting even thinking about it. And so this opportunity came across my desk, and I'll tell you, I'm the last person that should have been thinking about launching another business because I was already super, super busy. Alongside my 4 businesses, I had 3 babies in diapers. But it really was, it was the fact that I could work this business in around my other companies and my kids and potentially be able to eventually get off of the hamster wheel. And so I started, jumped right in. I had never even used the product before, jumped in, started using the products, and I was on my way. And I was sharing what I was doing and what I was using. And it was a game changer for my family and I. Within 3 years, I was able to replace my previous income and transition into doing Rodan and Fields on a more full-time basis. And now, as I approach my 7-year anniversary with the company, I've been able to retire my husband, who was a real estate developer. And we're able to work the business now from home, or really from anywhere where we have our phones and around our kids' schedule. So I'm super excited tonight to share with you a couple of things. So whether you're here tonight to learn how you can achieve the best skin of your life, or you're here to learn about an entrepreneurial opportunity, or maybe you're just here to support a friend, we're going to talk with you about the brand. We're going to talk about the efficacy of the product. We're going to talk about our direct-to-consumer business model, and we're going to talk about the unique community of entrepreneurs, because this brand is truly bringing in the best and the brightest people, regardless of what your background is. You do not have to come from the beauty industry. You don't have to have a sales background. You don't have to have ever even washed your face before to be successful with Rodan and Fields. We will teach you all of that, and we'll get into that in a little bit. So next, I want to share with you a little bit more information about our doctors. So Katie Rodan and Kathy Fields are Stanford-trained dermatologists, and you may know them as the creators of Proactive. Women's Health magazine has referred to them as a dermatological dream team, but what they did for Proactive and for that acne market is now what they're doing for all other major concerns. They sought out to address the 4 main concerns that they were seeing most commonly at their practice, because they're still practicing dermatologists. So they have created Rodan and Fields, which is a regimen-based approach to skincare, okay? It's very innovative. You will see results. It's very clinical. And they paired the efficacy of these products with a sales strategy that allows people like us, it empowers people like us to build our own business. But we don't have to do the heavy lifting. So we're going to talk a little bit about what the company has to help you with that. But they literally have created a global business without any geographical boundaries. So it allows people like us to build a business from the comfort of our home through social media. So Rodan Fields is the #1 skincare brand in the United States, and this is based on Euromonitor's results. This was in 2016. But not only that, they are also the #1 premium skincare brand in North America. We are also have the #1 fastest growing skincare brand in Canada. And we are the #1 anti-aging brand in the US in 2016. And lastly, we are the #1 premium acne brand in the US. So Rodan Fields initially launched their products into high-end department stores, and that was where I was first introduced. I was one of the buyers that helped launch the products at Nordstrom. Alongside Nordstrom, Bloomingdale's, Macy's, Fred Segal, and Henry Bendel also carried the product, and the brand did very, very well. But in 2007, everything started to shift. And we all know, we've seen it, most of us have stopped shopping in the malls and we have switched over to shopping online. And so they saw this evolve and also they saw the change with social media, right? Social media has really changed the way we base our purchasing decisions. It's not about an ad in a magazine anymore. We really rely on word of mouth, and we look to our friends and our acquaintances on Facebook to help us make our purchasing decisions. And so with that being said, they decided in a very bold move to exit retail. They decided to get their products out from behind the glass counters of department stores and put the products in the hands of the customers, because we were the ones that were using the products, loving them, and telling people about them anyway. And so they have made the move in 2008 into direct sales, and they have truly redefined this industry. They have gotten rid of things like having house parties. We don't have to carry any inventory. They have made it very easy for very, very busy people to incorporate this business model into their day in and day out life. And that is how we have now become the #1 skincare company in America, because they are bringing in, like I said, the best and the brightest people who want more out of life than what their current situations are giving them. So next up, I want to introduce my business partner, Jamie Swanson, who's going to share with you a little bit more information about our amazing products. Jamie?
Hi everyone, my name is Jamie Swanson and I am a teacher. I've been teaching for 15 years now, and I'm also a makeup artist. I am a super busy mom of 3 kids, ages 6, 4, and 7 months. So you're all probably wondering why I would start my own business with a very full plate. So about 2 years ago, we were having some financial stress. As you know, kids are very expensive, and we had them in all these different activities, soccer, gymnastics. We were paying for their preschool tuition, and we had bills on top of bills. And it was getting very, very stressful. And I knew that I needed to find an extra stream of income that would not trade time for money. I was already working long hours as it is. And you guys know, and if you know any teachers, they work very hard. And I was coming home exhausted every single day. And I felt that balance between working and being a mom was very, very difficult for me. And I felt like I was failing miserable at both. And 2 years ago, my high school friend of mine, Christina Fitzgerald, had reached out to me about the business. And the second I heard that it was a global brand that I was going to leverage, and the same doctors from Proactive, I jumped in right away. This was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that I was not going to miss out on. And I was already missing out on so many other things, like my kids' milestones. And what was really hard, I think this year going back into teaching after my maternity leave, I valued that time that I had with them for those 12 weeks. And that's exactly what I want. I want to stay home with them, and I know that Rodan Fields is the vehicle that is going to get me there. So what I thought was going to be a side gig to just get me a couple $100 here or there to pay for my kids' activities, it is now covering my mortgage, and it has just given me so much strength and empowerment to other people, and it's been the most empowering thing that I have ever done in my life. And I am just so grateful that I have this business, and I'm super excited to really share the products with all of you. And then what I'm really excited about is to show you why this is the #1 skincare brand in the US. So let's talk about these life-changing skincare products. So I have good news and some bad news. The good news is we can control 80% of what we put on our face so that we can prevent aging. Now, the bad news is we're aging all the time, unfortunately. But again, 80% of that you can control, which is great. What the doctors believed in was a multi-med therapy approach. So what that means is there's no magic bullet that's really going to target your wrinkles or your sensitivity or dark spots. We're going to dig a little bit deeper. So let's talk about multi-med therapy. What the doctors found were 4 common skincare concerns, and they created these 4 regimens. So multi-med therapy, what that means is you're actually getting the right ingredients and the right formulations in the right order. So again, every one of these regimens is super simple to follow because it's all numbered, which I like. If you're not really used to something that takes 3 or 4 steps, it's a really simple approach. Again, everything is numbered and you'll be able to follow it. It's really easy. So we're going to go through each one of these core regimens, starting out with our most popular, the Redefine regimen. So with Redefine, this is the bread and butter of our core regimens. This is going to address anyone that has fine lines and wrinkles. It's going to give you a firmer, smoother, and flawless looking skin. And again, like we said in the beginning, it is the #1 anti-aging brand in the US, which is really exciting. Our next regimen is our Reverse regimen. And if there's any sun worshipers out there, like me, I laid out in the tanning beds in my 20s. I would lay out in the sun, maybe putting SPF 4 oil on me, which definitely was detrimental to my skin. I ended up having a lot of dark spots, freckles, and this is a great regimen to really clear that canvas, clean the slate. We have 2 formulations of this Reverse regimen. We have Reverse Brightening and Reverse Lightening. So the Reverse Brightening is really going to help brighten and even up that dull skin. And also with our other regimen, the Lightening regimen, what that's going to do is really remove some of those stubborn dark spots from that sun damage. So that's a really great regimen to start out with. Moving on to our Unblemished regimen, this one actually helps break the acne cycle before it actually starts. So it's really going to knock out the redness, irritation, blackheads, those pesky pimples, and help it before it becomes visible to the skin. So a lot of people think it's just for teens. I've seen a lot of people well into their 30s and 40s that are experiencing acne, and Unblemished is a really great regimen to start out with. It's also our #1 acne, premium acne brand in the US. And our last core regimen is our Soothe regimen. So our Soothe regimen is great for sensitive skin. Anyone who has dry, irritated, chapped skin, this is a great regimen to start out with. And the reason why I love it so much is it's gentle enough to use on my own children. So they use peptides and different technologies to help even out your skin, as well as strengthen the natural barrier of your skin to help against environmental aggressors. So in addition to our core regimens, I'm super excited to show you what other products that we have in store. So one of our latest and greatest products is our Active Hydration Serum, which just came out in the spring. So what that is it is a molecule that Rodan and Fields has actually invented, a molecule that's going to attract moisture from the atmosphere, and it's going to bring it to the skin and keep it there so that your skin is hydrated all day long for 8 hours. This is an amazing product. I have seen great results using this one time at night. And again, it keeps your skin hydrated all day long and gives you that really nice radiant glow. And we've been getting a ton of press on this product, which is really exciting and incredible. Before we even launched in the springtime, this was a beauty editor favorite. And we don't pay for advertising. So to see these magazines feature our products in here is really incredible. So we get a lot of press of all our products, but especially the hydration serum. In addition, if you pair the hydration serum with a regimen, it really enhances your results. And the nice thing about this is you can really use it with all of our regimens. So it doesn't matter if you think you don't have dry skin, you might still have dry skin underneath the surface, even if you don't feel like it. So the really nice thing about this active hydration serum is when you pair it with that full regimen, you're going to get excellent results. You're going to get that 30% glycerin, again, which is going to keep your skin nice and hydrated and radiant. And in addition to the hydration serum, we also have these great innovative products and tools. So a lot of the products that you see are topical and they can only go so far. So what really kind of ramps up these regimens to get even better results are these tools. So I'm going to explain the first one, which is our acute care. I like to call them magical band-aids. They're great to use for those deeper expression lines that most people see, like where their frown lines are, 11 lines. Anywhere you see a deeper wrinkle, it's really great to help plump out those fine lines and wrinkles. And then we also have our AMP-MD system, which is a micro needling tool, and it helps firm up the skin and help with the tone and texture of it, which reveals, again, younger, more radiant skin. And my ultimate most favorite product is our Lash Boost. So this has been probably one of the most amazing beauty tools that I've ever used. And I have very short lashes. So I used this for about 4 to 8 weeks, and I saw results of longer looking lashes, thicker looking lashes, and what's amazing with this as well is you can use it on your eyebrows. So those of you who have overplucked over the years, this is a great way to use on your eyebrows to make them thicker looking, which is wonderful. So that's it for the products. And what I would also like to say is we are so confident that you're going to get the results that you like, that there is a 60-day money-back guarantee. There's a less than 1% return rate as well. So we are confident that you are really going to see positive results. So that wraps up our products. And now I'm going to introduce my business partner, Mary Hepner, and I will now have her continue on to the presentation.
Thanks, Jamie. I just love hearing about our products all over again. So thank you so much for introducing everyone on this call to them. Hi, everyone. My name is Mary Hepner. I am 25 years old, and I'm super excited to tell you more about the Rodan & Fields business model and how this business really works. Jamie told us so much about the products and how they can help you look better and feel better, but the business can really help bring out confidence in yourself, not just professionally either, personally too. 9 months ago, before I started this business, I would have told you that I loved my job as an event planner. I just thought that's how you did it. You go to work, clock in, clock out, 9 to 5, put in the hours, but there was always a part of me that really wanted something more. So when this opportunity presented itself to me from my then fiance's aunt, we were really living paycheck to paycheck because he was out of a job. And so I knew I needed something else to supplement my income. And so Rodan & Fields was that answer. And I saw the potential in the business immediately. I mean, it's hard not to. And so it was a source of income, but it was so much more than that. It was something that was constant in my life. It gives me enjoyment in life, fulfillment, positivity. And especially now, it's truly a light in the darkness in the wake of something extremely devastating. just last week, my life was uprooted and flipped upside down. This time last Thursday, I was still someone's fiance, planning our wedding for November. But now I sit here as a single independent woman and no longer someone's fiance. I really felt like a derailed train plummeting full speed ahead, trying to find a track to grasp onto. And fortunately for me, I have Rodan and Fields in my life, and that truly is that track. This business has given me the tools to overcome obstacles in my life. This one, that's the biggest obstacle I've ever had to overcome in my entire life. The resilience to keep going and just not give up, and know that I have that strength and that love and support from my Rodan and Fields family and friends. And it truly is that plan B that I get to really focus on to rebuild my life after something that happened. So I'm so grateful that I jumped in this business when I did. It truly is a gift, and I'm so excited to share this gift with all of you tonight. So especially where this amazing business is headed. I mean, just through the past few years, currently fresh off the heels of our Australia launch, our growth has really caused the press to take notice. And we've really emerged as a media darling, a favorite of beauty editors all across the board. I mean, Allure, Forbes, Style Watch, Today, you see all of them on there. Just last week, InStyle posted a review on Lash Boost. So we get all of this amazing press. Last year alone, Rodan and Fields had over 580 million media impressions, and that's up from 3 times the amount of media impressions in 2015. The Today Show featured Rodan and Fields, Dr. Katie Rodan and Dr. Kathy Fields as social commerce leaders. Investopedia.com named them the top 2 of the top 10 women entrepreneurs of the decade. And all this press is really wonderful, but it's the real results, the before and after pictures that you saw previously in the slides earlier in this presentation, really from the customers and consultants that really speak volumes. So when you enroll as an independent consultant, you're really taking the next step towards becoming the CEO of you. You're backed by a $1 billion brand. You have this unique business model that equips you with all of the tools, training, and operational support you would need to drive yourself to success. And unlike opening your own brick and mortar store, which comes with so many added costs and rent and utilities, or investing a large sum of money in a franchise or a distribution model that's really already seeing declining sales. I mean, that's why Rodan and Fields was pulled out of retail to begin with. The startup cost for this business is extremely feasible. Personally, I was in such a tight financial situation when I started my business that I had to borrow the money from someone who believed in me. I earned the money back in less than 60 days and was able to pay them back. But that was just another reason why I so badly needed this business and why it was able to work for myself and for so many others. Now, as consultants, we own our own virtual franchise. So our customers visit our personalized websites to place their orders. Our corporate office processes transactions, ships the products directly from warehouse to our customers. And that way, as consultants, we can focus on making that next connection instead of having to empty out that spare closet to stock product inventory or chasing your mailman down the street to ship out the next shipment. You don't have to worry about any of that. Our corporate office handles all of it for us, and it's such a breeze. So really building your business, a successful business starts by creating connections and meaningful relationships. And that's really all this business is. Creating relationships with customers and other consultants. And really fostering that customer loyalty by introducing people to the products, building those personal connections, and really making sure that they're happy with everything and getting the best skin of their lives. A lot of consultants, myself included, and I know everyone on this call, loves helping people, helping others, and that's a main drive in this business. So help your friends, family, or that stranger on the street get the best skin of their life. And don't feel like you have to be the ultimate skincare expert either, because this company really provides all the tools for you. The other half of building a successful business is really making those connections with other women and men who want what you have. So build a team of consultants and introduce people to the brand and the opportunity, show them what it's done for you, for other people, and help them see what it can really do for themselves, and then support them as they build their own business on their own terms. And really, in today's world, social media is king. Many of our independent consultants use their online networks as a tool to build their business. But since we truly are our own CEO, we get to adapt our business to fit our life both in person and online. So from your friends and family to coworkers, parents at your kids' school, your church group, people at your gym, people you run into on the street, high school, college friends, literally the list goes on and on. I could sit here all night and just name off different types of people that you could reach out to. If you are sitting here right now thinking in your head, or have ever thought that you don't know enough people, let me tell you, you know way more than you ever would think, because everyone you know has skin. And so that's all you have to do. Make connections with people who have skin. It's that easy. So thanks to social media, though, it really goes beyond that. It doesn't stop at the people that you know directly or the people that you cross paths with day to day. We're able to connect people across the globe, really creating limitless opportunities. And finally, the Rodan and Fields community really epitomizes both in-person and online networks. I mean, right now, you guys are tuning in virtually from all across the globe, which is amazing. And technology is so valuable, and it allows us to run our own global businesses from the comfort of our own home, from our living rooms, from Starbucks, while we're traveling the globe ourselves. As consultants, we truly leverage social pages with our teams too, to stay connected, to get inspired and motivated. Because honestly, like, look at here. Jamie or someone's in Florida, I don't know. Stacy's in Texas, I'm in Arizona, Carrie's over in Illinois. Like, everyone's across the US right now. I'm sure people are tuning in from Canada and Australia too. So this business is so amazing that you can connect with people all across the globe. So now I'd love to actually hand it over to Carrie, my business partner, Carrie, who's going to tell you a little bit more about the tools that are in place to really be successful in this business and to help get you started.
Appreciate all of you for sticking with us tonight. We've had some technical difficulties, and one of those includes not being able to see me live, unfortunately. So you'll just be hearing my voice as I finish tonight's presentation for you. But first off, I do want to introduce myself and just tell you a little bit about me. So my background is in financial consulting. I currently run the Chicago operations of a finance and accounting consulting firm, a very demanding job. But that's not actually where my story starts. My story started on a strawberry farm, of all places, as a young girl. I'm sure you are familiar with the U-Pick strawberry farms. I'm pretty sure you and your family probably have gone to gone to one of them for the weekend for fun, to pick strawberries for fun, which honestly, it was not fun for me. I never understood how anyone would take a free Saturday to spend time picking strawberries, but that's another story. But there I was on my strawberry farm at the age of 13, and my world really came crashing down all around me as I found myself in the middle of my parents' divorce, a big custody battle over my younger siblings. I'm the oldest of 4 girls. And if that was not enough, my family lost that farm. The farm had been in our family for generations, and we also lost the income stream that came with it. So needless to say, I felt very scared, very alone, and completely devastated. So while over the next 20 years, I checked the box of never ever being in financial straits again, I knew that I never wanted my future children to feel the way that I felt during that difficult time. That's why when I became a mom and I was the breadwinner working 60 plus hours a week, I knew that something had to give. How could I possibly contribute to my family's financial situation while still being the mom I wanted to be? So enter into the picture Dr. Karen Horn. She is one of the top dermatologists in Chicago, which is where I live. And what started out as a conversation with her, my dermatologist, about referrals turned into a life-changing business opportunity that I never knew existed. And fast forward to today, on top of successfully retiring my bond trading husband, I am just a few short weeks away from completely closing the door on my corporate career that has held me back on being the best version of myself, and also allowing me to live life 100% on my terms. So I love this business. I love what it not only has done for me and my family, but what I see it doing for so many others. So, and I'll tell you, one of the keys to being able to build this business on the side while having a full-time career, which is usually how people start out in Rodan and Fields, we would not be able to do it if it wasn't for the tools that Rodan and Fields gives us to support us in our business. You've already heard it tonight from the others that you've heard from regarding all the heavy lifting that Rodan and Fields does for us. But it truly, truly is how a busy person can be successful in this business. So I'll tell you a little bit about the operational support. You've already heard a little bit about it already, but what happens when you start your business is that the company provides you with two websites, a .com website, which is where those people in your network that are interested in purchasing product from you, they can go to your website and they can shop online. And the company will then, as they place their order, the company will distribute the product from a distribution center and ship it to the customer's doorstep, and the customer pays with a credit card. So that is such a huge, huge benefit that we get by being in this company, because it really just frees up our time. That is a very, very expensive process, right? If Rodan and Fields did not do this for us, we would have to carry inventory, which is very expensive. We would have to ship products to people, which is very time consuming and expensive. And we don't have to do that. So what it does is it really frees up our time. So we just really focus on sharing what we have, which is an amazing business opportunity and an amazing product. And we share that by talking to people. So that is, obviously a huge support that we get from the company. The other thing is you don't have to be a product expert, because they give us what's called a solution tool, and it's on our .com website. It's a quick online skincare consultation that someone that's interested in learning about which products are best for their specific skin, they answer a few questions about their skin, and then the doctors recommend the right regimen for them. Takes all the guesswork out of it. And then lastly, the training that we get. The company provides award-winning training, and then you also get the best training ever from the leaders and the business partners that you decide to join in business. So not only are there no geographical boundaries in our business, and this is coming right off of the heels of just launching into Australia last week. So we are very much a global company now. There also are not any restrictions on who can benefit or who can be successful in this business. Whether you're a stay-at-home mom looking to supplement your family's income, or you're a school teacher looking for an entrepreneurial opportunity, or you're a PR executive that simply wants to have a plan B, this business is what you put into it. And there is opportunity for anyone. It doesn't matter what your background is, what your education is. It doesn't matter. This business provides the opportunity for success. So we have a very diverse group of independent consultants, and that really forms the foundation of our Rodan and Fields community. This community is a very social one, from engaging in community events and trainings, retreats, incentive trips, to one-on-one meetings with our personal power partners, and then, of course, to our highly anticipated annual event of the year, our Rodan Fields Convention, which is actually coming up here in just 2 weeks. But their bottom line is there's limited opportunities to connect, to learn, to grow, and to gain inspiration from your fellow consultants. So in terms of all of us that you've heard from tonight, you know, we decided obviously to take a leap of faith and to partner with not only the doctors who are so business savvy and incredible, and we are so lucky to be able to call them our business partners, but we've also decided to partner with, you know, teams of like-minded entrepreneurs. We're all eager to share our own unique perspectives and insights, and we honestly have not looked back. So from the very beginning of Rodan and Fields, service was really at the heart of our company, and we are continuing to do good beyond just what our independent consultants and our customers are getting in terms of changing their lives and changing their skin. We're really giving back to our communities through the Prescription for Change Foundation. The PFC partners with organizations in the US, Canada, and Australia that help empower youth in need. In the US, we partner with Build On. In Canada, we've partnered with We Charity. And in Australia, we have partnered with the Smith Family Foundation. And you guys, this foundation is just incredible. I just love the fact that we give back so much. Ever since 2008, the Rodan and Fields community has donated almost $3 million through the PFC to Build On. This has funded over 500,000 student program days and 5 new locations. For us, community is everything. We are so proud of the positive impact our independent consultants make in their lives of their families, and in their communities. And that leads us to really what our core mission is, and that is passion and purpose is much more important than power and position in our business. And our Chief Operating Officer, Heidi Wismiller, you will hear her say that over and over and over again. And it's why we really believe we can do good by actually doing. It is our relationships with our founders, our staff, and our consultant community, and we hope you will join us. So we hope, obviously, that you've enjoyed the presentation that we've given you so far, and that you will be joining Rodan and Fields however it best suits you, either as a customer. You can talk to the person that invited you tonight to find out which of the regimens are right for you. If you're interested in joining Rodan and Fields as a consultant and further exploring the business opportunity, I want to talk a little bit about your options to get started. So it's really easy to get started. It takes just a few minutes, and really the biggest decision you need to make is which business kit you want to invest in. And there are 4 options. There are 2 listed here. These are really more for people that tend to want to just become a consultant in order to get the wholesale pricing, which is a pretty great deal. But I'm going to focus on our 2 larger business kits, because those are the kits that are, number 1, the most popular, and number 2, the kits that a majority of the top earners in Rodan and Fields invest in. And there's really no mystery as to why success tends to come with one of these 2 business kits. And that's simply because these business kits are really tester units. If you were to walk into the floor of a Nordstrom, cosmetic floor of a Nordstrom store right now, and go up to the Bobbi Brown counter, you would have access to every single product Bobbi Brown has, so you can touch, feel, and smell it. Well, that's what this tester unit is. You need to touch, feel, and smell as many products as you possibly can, so you have an authentic personal testimonial. That outweighs anything that anyone else would ever say about a product. So this is a great option. It's called the Big Business Launch Kit. It's $6.95, and it's valued at almost twice as much as what you are paying for, which is such a great deal. My favorite is the next kit, which is really the biggest kit that you can get. It's valued at over $2,000. It's $9.95, and it really gives you all of the business tools you need in addition to the products to be successful. You'll see there's a lot of samples. You get multiple hydrations, you get multiple lash boosts, things like that really help you use one and then also have one for demo purposes. The person that invited you tonight can really map out the differences between the kits and help you decide which one is perfect for you. So I want to just encourage you to think, what if? So what if you are part of a supportive community of like-minded entrepreneurs encouraging you to dream big and achieve your goals? I will tell you, this business allows you to dream again. I think it's so sad how when we were young, we were big dreamers, right? And sometime along the way, we lost the ability to dream. This business gives that back to you because truly you can make your dreams come true in this business. And I know that sounds a little cheesy, but it's so true. And it's just something that you need to start to think about. What if you were part of a community and you were able to share life-changing skincare with your friends and family, all while building a flexible business? And what if you were the CEO of you, living life 100% on your own terms, not having to answer to a boss, but you being the boss? I will tell you, I was in your shoes about 5 years ago. That's when I joined this business. And I'm a finance girl. I told you that before. And I'm a numbers girl because of that. And so one thing that really stuck out to me when I was doing my research and exploring whether or not to partner with these doctors was a factoid that I learned along the way that was this: you can condense a 30-year career in 3 to 5 years in this business. And I just thought to myself, wow, that is so amazing. 3 to 5 years is really no time at all. And so when I sat down to decide and kind of weigh the pros and cons and really think through whether or not I should join this business, I thought about that. And I looked into my crystal ball, so to speak, and I thought about what my life would look like in 3 to 5 years if I did not partner with Rodan and Fields. And in all honesty, what I saw was not a pretty picture. It was my crazy life, my stressed out life on that hamster wheel with no way off, no solution, no plan B. But 5 years had gone by and my little 6-year-old baby was, 6, which is how old he is now. And, but then I looked at what my life would be 3 to 5 years later if I did jump in. The possibility of being able to retire myself, my husband, or even just having a plan B as a backup plan. That took a huge amount of stress off of my shoulders and made me take not only a closer look, but that truly was what made me jump in. So it's up to you to take the next step. We are here and ready and willing to give you more answers to your questions and really help you figure out whether or not this is the right fit. But I want to thank you all so much for jumping on tonight and learning more about Rodan and Fields can offer you and your family. Thanks, everyone. Have an amazing night. Goodbye.